$150 million. That was Chess.com's reported annual revenue last year. That number is hard to visualize in absolute terms and in comparison. How much more money is $150 million compared to Lichess.org, its only major competitor? If time is money and Chess.com has 5 minutes, how long does Lichess have? These two websites function as an effective duopoly for playing chess online, although not an equal one, with 10 times the games being played on Chess.com in the first 3 months of 2026. To give you an idea of how dominant this duopoly is, this graph has 9 different websites on it. You just cannot see the others. Even if you take out Chess.com from the graph, the rest of the websites are still a rounding error compared to Lichess. If this was in chess terms, if all these other websites were given a single pawn to make it equal, Lichess would have an entire set of pieces, minus 1 pawn. Using the same metaphor, Chess.com would have 42 queens on the board to represent the 2.6 billion games played in the first 3 months of 2026. Chess.com isn't just the most popular place to play chess online, it dwarfs everyone else. And it doesn't stop there. Picture yourself at a casual chess meetup. You're playing a nice game when the opponent asks, "Hey, what's your rating?" How should you respond? Chances are you should probably just say your Chess.com rapid rating, because 9 times out of 10, that's what any casual player means. When we use words like reaching 1000 or grinding to 2000 online, we almost invariably mean Chess.com rating. A contextless rating usually refers to Chess.com because we treat it as a default, especially at the beginner and intermediate level. But Chess.com doesn't just capture the casuals, it also boasts Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura streaming on it every week, and multiple weekly events packed with tens of grandmasters and hundreds of other masters. It has the range to be culturally relevant throughout all skill levels. Talking of all skill levels,
Rook to e3, one of the most disrespectful rook sacrifices I have ever seen.
These are the 10 chess YouTube channels with over 1 million subscribers. And this is that same list with channels that primarily play on Chess.com removed. Chances are, if you've watched chess content online, it was played on Chess.com. Their logo might even be on the video, because there's a good chance they're also sponsoring the creator through their creator program. I don't dislike Chess.com for all of this success. Running a chess website and trying to remain afloat is very hard. In April 2026, as it turned 40 years old, pioneering software company Chessbase was bought by Freedom Holding Corp for €5 million. That sum isn't bad, but for a company that has often been world-leading over its 4 decades in business, it's not that much to write home about. A lot of other chess websites basically operate at a loss or with very little money. When Chess.com acquired the Play Magnus Group in 2022, they got a bunch of websites and apps, but most of them were financially unhealthy, essentially only surviving due to being part of the Play Magnus umbrella. So, like any good acquirer, Chess.com focused on the part that was making money, Chessable, and got rid of the parts it didn't want. There was no reason to keep fan favorites like Chess24, which directly competed with Chess.com's main site. Instead, these once popular sites became simple redirects for Chess.com. There are other areas where Chess.com doesn't dominate. There are a plethora of apps for playing chess offline with huge numbers of downloads. However, mobile board game company Gameovation isn't really competing with Chess.com. You can't play chess online in these apps, and Magnus Carlsen is never going to play on them. For direct chess-focused sites, there just isn't a lot of competition. Lichess is a small French non-profit that hosts over 90 million chess games a month, and is in the top 300 websites in the world. Lichess is open source and free. Not free lunch free, like actually free. Its open source codebase provides the basis for dozens more websites as well. Lichess is so good as a platform that multi-million-dollar productions like FIDE's official candidates broadcast in 2026 use this completely free piece of software. And it runs on donations. There are caveats to this comparison. Chess.com hosts 10 times the games. Lichess isn't in it for the money. It doesn't want more than it needs, and it's helped by an army of volunteers. But even with all that, the financial difference is staggering.